Well, good morning, everybody. Gonna be a little different type of video. Uh, y'all hadn't ever seen me from this perspective before, but it's time for the fall garden. Uh, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, maybe shorter than that. Well, actually, it was after I fell, so I knew I had to get out here and do something. So I went ahead and started my cabbage and some tomatoes and some peppers. Unfortunately, my cayenne peppers did not make. So, unless I can find some at one of the box stores or the nursery, then we won't have any peppers this year, so I can overwinter. But that being said, we got some Abe Lincolns that I got. Got them. They're coming up pretty good. Got some red snappers from Hoss. Those actually turned out real good this year in the garden. They didn't get as big as I hoped, but they were plenty juicy and flavorful. Got some red acre cabbage going on over here. I got some stonehead here back in the back. Got to separate all these out. Damn, there's a piece of grass growing up in there. Get out of there. And I've got some brandywines, because the brandywine I had this year in the garden actually turned out pretty good. So we're gonna see if we can't get a fall crop of them. And my new surprise this year is going to be Campari, whatever you call it, tomatoes. They're the ones you see in the grocery store, about the size of a ping pong ball, thereabouts. I love those in salads and things like that. So this will be the first year I've grown them. So we're gonna get going. I'm not gonna show y'all all potting all this stuff. You'll be bored to death. But we will start on the red snappers real quick, because they're the easiest ones. Little word of advice, y'all. These things that you get from Amazon, stay away from them. The price is tempted, the quantity is tempted, but let me show you. These things are just flimsy. They don't hold up. I'm just hoping they'll hold up about a month or so out there in that sun. And the only reason I'm using them because I bought them 3 or 4 years ago, and I had this many left. So instead of going buying new ones this year, I'm just gonna try to use what I have. But taking advice from an old country boy, stay away from that. That ain't worth nothing. Okay, so I got a 5-gallon bucket down here beside me. Y'all can't see it, but it's got potting soil in it. And I went ahead and filled a few cups up for my red snappers. I like to use just an old flathead screwdriver. On some of these flimsier ones, you can actually squeeze the bottom and push the root out. But these durable ones that I get from Hoss, they're hard to do that way. So instead of pulling on your plant like this, and that will upset the root system, I like to use a flathead screwdriver and just pop it out like that right there. And I'll make me a hole in my cup. Of course, these are tomatoes, so you want to bury them as deep as you can in the pot right there. So I probably buried that. That was probably a good 2 inches. We'll do it again, make the hole into the pot. Bring out your fresh sprig sprout, press it on down. I try to get it to the first set of leaves. That will give that root base down there a good chance to make a healthy root. And like I said, these right here are red snappers, and they are from Hoss. I get probably 95% of my seeds I actually get from Greg and Sheila over at Hoss. They have an outstanding seed lots that they get. They got trusted breeders, and I have never had a bad set of seeds from them over there. So it looks like we got one more coming out. Press him on down in there. Get him up. Put my red snapper tag in so we don't forget what those are. And I'll come back to y'all in just a little bit when I get the rest of these potted up. Stay tuned.